Hey, how's it going? It's your boy Stefon4u, and this is my story. X-rated, ordinary girl, mirror, fast forward, glow. My new girl, finish line, tipsy. You know, me being from in Washington D.C., it's like a big melting pot where it's like, you know, you got go-go music, you got a lot of soul, and you got heavy R&B. So it's like a big melting pot. So it's like my sound is just like, it's not necessarily one type of sound. You might, because I'm really musical, so I like musical melodies where we can bring the changes in, a heavy bridge or something highly upbeat with a lot of percussion. I thought everyone was a songwriter that was a singer. I didn't know, because you know, I didn't have anybody writing for me as a kid. I had little equipment, 4-track recorder and a Casio keyboard, so I was recording stuff and I thought this is how it's supposed to be done. I'm going to try to get as close to whoever sounds on the radio right now as possible. And I grew up just writing my songs. So you can imagine how surprised I was when people kept saying, "Oh, you write songs?" I'm like, doesn't every singer write songs? Like, no, we want you to write for us. I'm like, write for you, not me? I mean, I'm not used to that. And then when I got blessed enough to hook up with Static Major, you know, one of the greatest writers of our time, like he demanded the 90s, you know, from Aaliyah to Genuine, even in the 2000s with Jamie Foxx. And when I had that pleasure of being around him and seeing how he works, it was priceless. I think growing up, everybody thought, you know, and they did. Not I think, I know. Growing up, everyone knew I was gonna be a drummer, because I played drums for so long. I was the kid in the church that would choose playing drums over singing. No one even knew at my school that I was a singer. I wouldn't sing. I was the drummer boy. I was the guy in school in the marching band with the quads and the hat that couldn't fit my head. I was so little. So you can imagine everybody's surprised when they're like, "Oh, you sing? Yeah. What about the drums?" I mean, I still play. When I wrote Finish Line, funny enough, I was watching TV and I think just a random commercial came on with race cars. So when I wrote Finish Line, I was like, okay, if I'm gonna write Finish Line, it's kind of about I like you, I want you, but I'm gonna race for you because it's like you're playing hard to get, you know. So if we gotta make this race, you know, I'm letting you know ahead of time I'm gonna beat you, but just meet me at the finish line, you know. So that's kind of what it's about, you know. It's always a competition because, you know, girls always play hard to get with guys, you know. So you got to break that wall down and meet her at the finish line. My new girl is basically about, you know, just had a bad relationship. I mean, pretty simple. Just had a real bad relationship, and you got a new one, and she bad. And you know, when you get a new girl and you go out in public with her and you see that old girlfriend, you see that, you know, that mad face, she all angry at you, and it's kind of like, yeah, you know, this my girl. This my girl. How you been? It's one of those type of songs where it's kind of like you flaunting your new girl off to your old girl, making her mad at you. It's kind of cool. I love that song, actually. It's one of my favorite songs. When I wrote Glow, I was sitting in the room. I just had the beat, like just repeating, because it was the kind of song where it's kind of like a cater to my woman type song, because it's like when you have a girl or a woman, per se, and you're in love and she's in love, you can see what you do to her. You can see how you make her feel every morning when she looks at you. When you call her, you can hear the change in her voice, and it's kind of like you give her a glow that nobody else could give her, and it's like that's something that you love to do. So when I wrote it, it's kind of like, you know, ain't no feeling like the feeling when I give you that glow.
Just watching you asleep, you see me in your dreams, baby. You live life without a care. 'Cause when you are with me.
Fast forward, my dad was like heavy on the Earth, Wind and Fire, so it's like in my genes, in my blood. And I used to always get excited as a kid when the Let's Groove Tonight came on. Boom, the boogie down, so I was like walking. I was walking from the store. As a matter of fact, I had my drink in my hand, you know, just some chips, and I'm like, boom. I went in there. The next thing you know, fast forward. Mirror. When I originally wrote Mirror, I wrote the song with somebody else in mind, actually another artist. So when I wrote Mirror, I judged it as me with a secret. I'm with my girlfriend, I'm in love with her, but it's like I'm afraid to tell her who the real me is, because I'm afraid that she's gonna leave. At the end of the day, I know that when I look in the mirror, I gotta face the person I see. I gotta face myself and hope that she wants to still be with me after.
And maybe you can see a future. 'Cause I don't really wanna lose your love now. 'Cause all signs are pointing up.
Ordinary Girl, when I heard the beat, it was like a 1980s, a serious 1980s type feel. Like the drums was like so programmed, you know, so I'm like, she said she wanna be a model, but never went for it, she stayed at home just. And I was like, okay, I'm gonna write a story about a girl that always wanted to be a model, that didn't, but she idolizes it. She looks at the model channels, she looks at all this stuff, and she found out all of her favorite models are coming to town. So she got all dressed up because she lived through them. She got in her car and she's so excited. She got there, and for some way she got backstage, and she's seeing her dream come to life. She's seeing all of the models walk past her, the makeup, the hair, and she's like living her dream. And there's always hope for round 2 to do what you want to do, and she got to see that. Well, you know, with the success of my mixtape Sex Addict, that did really well. I was kind of on that vibe, you know, of I'm a sexual person. I mean, I guess that's one thing everybody seems to know about me by now. If they don't know anything else, they know Stefon is a quite bit sexual. So when I wrote X-Rated, I kind of wrote a story kind of like, let's make a sex tape, you know what I mean? It's like one of those, hey, let's turn the camera on and let's get X-Rated. Tipsy is a fun song. It's like, you know, it's like one of those types of songs where it comes on in the club and I could have heard it for the first time. Yeah, it's like, what's this? I want to get tipsy now. Like, I didn't even drink, but I want to get tipsy today because this song is on. It's one of those. It's all I could think about. I didn't want to over sing it. So when I wrote it like I was rapping almost. Tipsy is like one of those types of songs I think that can last for a long time, where no matter what's going on, when that song comes on in the club, it's gonna rock. If it wasn't for the people that was influencing me, from Usher, huge influence in my life, to Bobby Brown, to Genuine, to Ryan Leslie, who does everything, listening to R. Kelly, one day I want to inspire someone to do, you know, something big in their life. So I think if I follow the format of the great artists, then maybe one day, God willing, I'll become a great artist. From you.